Hey everyone, welcome to Kip TV. I am Kip. Today I've got a silver match for you, Highlander, between Time to Kill and Super Happy Fun Times 2.0. Let's meet the teams over in TTK. In blue, first we have the Dreamer as Pyro, Quack is Soldier, Major Turd is Tiered? Rhymes with beard? Tiered? Anyway, is Spy. The Strange Festive Guy is going to be Scout. Dreams is Engineer. Wetterhound is going to be Sniper. Junebug is Medic. Ultra Simmons is Heavy, and Mr. U is Demo Man. Over on Team Shift is what they're called for short. No I in that though. We have Fault as Pyro. Is Sniper. Voodoo is Engineer. Nubinator is Demo Man. Foreign LFT or Foreign, we'll just say, is a Scout. Captain Caps is Heavy. Ari is Medic. Liquid is Soldier. And the coolest two is Spy. Let's get to the action. Liquid is whipping his Ingy into shape. So, Ingy, interesting building at spawn. Not going for the suicides. I don't know if I really agree with this, because it's going to take him forever, even if he is whipped, to get there. I don't know, we'll see if he gets everything built up. That is Voodoo, who is actually named the team right there. He's actually thinking now. And whatever you do, do not be in spawn when you right click and try to pick up your sentry gun. I've made that mistake I don't know how many times. But of course you can't be in spawn with a sentry gun, and it just explodes in your hands, and it's like watching somebody die in your arms. You're like, what? I can't. No, it's not that, because it's completely your fault that it happened. So it's, I don't know. Anyway, you're just, it's something you don't want to do. Anyway, we do have the sentry gun is level 3 and up. Dispenser going up as well. I don't know. I think you could easily do this with suicides. And with suicides, you can be in better position, I feel like, and maybe get a teleporter down, because there's not a teleporter that I see. So I don't know. I don't like this sentry gun position too much, because you're open too much to snipers and direct hit soldiers. But we'll see how long it lasts for Voodoo right here. He's obviously very well protected against Spy, so that's one of those benefits of the hill position. Taking down a Wetterhound right there. He's running that Machina. We'll see how that benefits him, but he is going to go down to a backstab right there, and Major Tiered getting 2k as his team is doing a good job pushing forward, but the coolest can get backstabs too and takes out Medic Junebug. So dropped Uber signals red team's time to push with the Uber. They're just going to try to clear up the cart, maybe get some frags, but definitely do not want to lose their Medic right here. Pyro did go down, and that looks like that should be all that red does with this Uber right here. And indeed, they are falling back. Captain Caps took a lot of damage, and he will survive though. Blue med back out of spawn. We're gonna have to definitely watch his back right there, as he won't get stabbed again. We do see that sentry gun position is down. Didn't quite see how it went down, but I'm guessing Quack had something to do with it. Although he's missing a few of his shots there on the dispenser, and of course you got to get that dispenser. That dispenser is still up, guys. Come on. Coolest is still behind the lines though. Probably called out though, because Wetterhound did go down, so hopefully she called out the Spy's positioning to the team, although I don't know if she did. Okay, Pyro is there and seems to be aware of things going on. We do have the Uber pop from red again. They did have a little bit of an advantage, so they want to try to do something with that, but they're going to force Blue to pop here way out of position. I don't think Blue should have popped at all. Looked like Junebug took a little damage, but went ahead and decided to pop, and that was a bad idea because they could have had a huge advantage. Red, meanwhile, popping their Uber to give their NG some more time to build, it looks like, and that is a level 2, so it's a good idea for Red to pop right there, but we'll see if TTK can make some sort of soft push. We do see the Demo Man in the clubhouse trying to put down some spam, but Mr. U took a lot of damage. So Ultra Simmons is going to try to take position of the clubhouse right there. It's found a big fat heavy to shoot, but we'll have to fall back. Meanwhile, the cart is being pushed, but doesn't mean too much until you get into that range of the sentry gun. The Strange Festive Guy knows this well, so he is hiding as best he can, but will get caught out. Again, that direct hit does take down that sentry gun, so Red Uber is popped on the engineer, who probably should be falling back at this time instead of trying to get kills. Yeah, Voodoo wasn't going to be able to do anything right there, and Quack is just kind of on a little roll right now, below on that conch as well, and gonna get that extra speed as he tries to come up and finish off the medic, which he does. Now he's gonna get some of this Uber, and he could have quite a bit of a field day right here, and I think that's his 5k streak. So really nice work done here from Quack with that direct hit. He's gonna go up to spawn and just ruin this Angie's day. Oh, took a lot of damage from a reflect, and Fault does finish him off right there. But only 3 up right now for this happy fun times. Super happy fun times. They're probably not having super happy fun times right now, as they just continue to bleed players and right now have to set up at last. There's no way they're going to be able to hold third right here, and their only hope at a good time is just holding last forever. Fault is doing some nice work protecting his NG and keeping him alive. I think Voodoo survived right there. Yes, Voodoo did survive. I thought for a minute he was going to try to set up here, but looks like he is going to try, so I don't know about this, especially look at who is in behind him, and that is another nice pick from Quack. He does get finished off. Goofy looks like had a body shot on him, but again, Blues just continue to, well, they were being super aggressive. It looks like Junebug went down, so without those heals, they weren't able to continue their aggression. They are continuing to push the cart, which is nice, but right now it's just Strange Festive Guy, and he will get some help on that. We'll check in on Major Tiered, who goes down to a pill from, just heard the headshot to take down Junebug. So a big pick out of Red Sniper right there, Goofy, to take out that enemy. Also getting Festive Strange Guy right there, but let's get on the Goofy cam. There we go. So this is such a nice long sight line for snipers. You have to take out your opposing sniper, and they're both on the same rhythm, it looks like. Shoot, jump. Oh, who's going to win the sniper battle is the question. Looks like Demoman did take a bit of a shot right there, but he will get some overheals as Mr. U. Well, maybe he didn't take a shot. He was completely healed. I don't know. I thought I saw blood. Sorry about that. Now, Goofy also is going to enjoy this sight line, which snipers could do a lot of damage with. Misses the Girardi, but that spy is called out, and the rest of his team trying to help him, but Major Tiered finally goes down actually to that level 1 sentry gun that Voodoo is so quickly trying to build up. The Red Uber is popped right here. Not exactly sure why. I'm guessing to buy more time for that engineer build, which isn't a bad idea, but that's going to buy a huge Uber advantage for this blue team. And Red Med has to stay alive, and not running in front of snipers is a bad way to stay alive. But he did survive. So Airy with 20%, but we should see this push in here from Blue soon. Sorry, trying to get an Ulta Simmons cam because it looks like he's getting most of these overheals, although the Demo Man obviously easier to take down that sentry gun, but nice reflex from the Pyro, keeping that sentry gun alive. Spy coming in though with a backstab on the Pyro. He will go down. The sentry gun survives because really nice protected area right here out of Voodoo. So SG up. Pity about that stabbed Pyro, but Voodoo's sentry doing lots of work right there, and Blue not able to do what they wanted with that Uber. So that buys about another minute now as Blue has to work up that Uber again. Looks like they're still going to run that regular medigun. Really no reason to switch and try crazy things like a crits or a quick fix at this point. They still have a really good time going. 4 minutes and 23 seconds is very nice, and if they can make it in the next push or so, they're looking at a nice time and really no need to panic. However, Red has a little reason to panic because they have to hold for 7 minutes and 42 seconds. Realistically, they need to hold for like 5 or so minutes to get a good time. And their hold looks okay right now. They had some good forward position. I just want to get on the coolest cam to see if he's going to get something going right there. No, he's not going to do so. Airy went down or popped his Uber. They already popped their Uber. Now I'm getting confused about when they're popping their Ubers, but they're not being very cautious, and they do lose Airy right there. They're just so forward. Oh my goodness, and Heavy's probably going to go down right here as well. Blue Uber is popped. They still need to take out this sentry gun, but again, Pyro action is just beautiful. Fault doing everything in his power to keep that sentry gun alive, but they need to get onto the cart. A nice stab right there will take out Coolest, but Coolest dead rings out of that situation. Junebug still trying to make it happen on his own, but maybe should have fallen back at this point because he was all alone. In comes his reinforcements just a little too late, and they won't have those overheals now. which could have benefited them. And by could have, I mean they absolutely would have benefited them. But man, this Sentry Gun Voodoo is doing a great job, and Fault is doing an excellent job as well. Just reflecting everything. Interesting to note, we do have the blue demo men on the loose cannon. I can only think of what Turbo Cop calls it, which is the cannonballer, which is not the right name, but the loose cannon right there. And he was having some trouble getting those secondary, or those primary cannonball or cannonballs, I guess, up there. And so I'm wondering if pills would have been easier, but the cannonballers just, explode and impact. So I don't know. We'll see. Goofy taking down a Wetterhound right there. So enemy sniper out of the way enables him to get a little bit more cocky, and getting overheals as well is so nice for snipers. But blue's about 70%. Red has a little bit of advantage. We have seen that red likes to push off their uber advantages, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do pop. They did pop. Where is that pop is the question. Looks like a heavy, it gets it. They're trying to come up and retake upper area right here. I don't know about this. Heavy's gonna just come down, and they forced the blue pop. Not sure what Junebug was doing there. I guess took half damage, and that was scary enough to force that pop. But now look at the position they're in. There's no way they're going to be able to take anything right here, as Aerie survives, so that means overheals on Captain Caps. So interesting. The red uber pop to force the blue pop out of position. It's worked for them a couple times and continues to do so. Not what you would generally recommend for teams starting out. On defense, you want to hold that uber and wait for the blue team to push into you, and then hopefully keep everything up and rebuild as ubers are even. The threat, of course, of popping before the offensive team and then pushing into them is that you that the enemy team, sorry, I just got a little distracted there, that the blue team doesn't pop their uber, and then you're facing 100% uber disadvantage. So I don't know. I mean, it's high risk, high reward. A lot of TF2 is like that, and we have 100% uber ready to go for red team as well. So I want to get on the Captain Caps cam and see if they're going to pop it again. I mean, they've had a really nice hold right here. I wouldn't. I would just play it standard and wait for blue to make the first move. I think that's what they're going to do right here, unless somebody takes a ton of damage, but it looks like Aerie is pretty well protected. You got sticks going down. 100% uber is ready to go for this blue team. They would be ill-advised to go through top right here, because there is so much presence and sticky traps. We do have the blue uber popped. They are trying to come in and do drop down onto the cart. Red uber is popped as well. Captain has found a heavy and an engineer. He just needs to get onto the cart, but it really does. There's no presence right here from blue. That uber is just not where they wanted it to be. So only 3 minutes and 25 seconds left for TTK time to kill. They really don't have too much more time to kill. They need to make something happen, and this might be the time for a quick fix or crits. Their ubers are just not working out. And Echo is annoying, so I'm gonna lock him out real quick. My advice to up-and-coming casters is to never get a cat. Fortunately, I guess I got Echo before I became a caster, and I love him very dearly, but he makes casting so annoying. So annoying when I cast. Anyway, so it could be potentially time for crits. Oh boy, that's a spy. There we go. Dreamer does catch out the coolest right there. And we have 100% uber ready to go. We'll see what this uber does, if anything, differently. Medic does take a Girardi, so that's going to force Junebug to play a little bit more timidly. But they hold on to this uber. The Girardi is gone. They really need to push it in a pop because they can't waste too much time. It looks like they're waiting for the soldier to blow the buff banner. Or I'm sorry, that's the battalion's backup, and they will go ahead and pop in, trying to go from underneath. They need to get that pyro out, but finally, that sentry gun goes down. Mr. U getting stickies all in the right place there, and now look at this pyro blasting action. Oh, they're gonna blast the medic down into the sewers where he's gonna be so out of position, but some nice runaway action will get him out. No, just kidding. Down he goes, and down goes the entire teams except for Thorn and somebody else. I didn't see who that was. But a time of 12 minutes and 27 seconds. That is not the time that TTK wanted. Not the time they thought they would get either after capping the third point in like 4:20. Haha, 4:20. 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So, that last point defense really shouldn't have caused them I don't know, their Ubers were just never in position, and they just completely continuously got confused about why Red was popping into them with their Ubers. Since Red was doing that, since we changed colors, since Super Happy Fun Time Shift was doing that pretty consistently, they should have been expecting that and should have been holding a little further back, or not popping, or holding in a position where if Red Uber did get to them, they wouldn't be forced to pop. So just, keep your medic protected, and not be forcing that issue of poppage. Regardless, they weren't able to do so and have had quite a bit of trouble on that last point. We'll see if the Shift team can put up a better time. Of course, that is how Upward and Payload in TF2 Highlander UGC work. You have to beat the team. Beat the time. Oh, Medic is actually already out right here, and Red Scout is on it, but Uber is forced anyway. Airy pops right there and out of position. Not gonna do anything with this. Maybe some air blasting, but Red Uber is ready to go, and they could just jump on this cart and get a million kills. Instead, they're just gonna scatter everybody, hold on to the Uber. Meanwhile, Airy goes down as Quack, running that black box now. So good use of loadout and options for Soldier right here and Highlander for Crack. He definitely made huge use of the quick fix before. Not the quick fix, the direct hit. Look at Coolest. He does get Junebug though. He does get Junebug. Oh my goodness. Junebug just wasn't paying attention to the fact that there was somebody right in front of him that he couldn't get by. And you can't blame him. There was a ton of stuff happening, but drops the Uber, and that is bad. They could have held. Well, we'll see how long they're able to hold without this Uber, but fact is, they had 100% Uber, and they probably could have held for another minute or so here on first. And of course, when you have a 12-plus minute time, you need every minute, every second you can get. As it is, though, it's going to be a little difficult. Voodoo now running one of my favorite things to do, which is set up a mini sentry and try to take down a level 3. But it's so hard. Oh, the backstab. Coolest taking down Junebug again, this time with the knife rather than that revolver. But the Coolest is playing it pretty cool right here. Let's see if his team can take advantage of it, because Area is only at 10%, so I'm guessing he went down again. Mr. U is running still that cannonballer. Shout out to Turbo Cop. The loose cannon. How's he doing in relation to his opposing? They're about even. And Nubinator is running, I think, the standard pills. This hold lasting pretty long right here. Blue needs to get an Uber up. And the medic right now is standing in a very vulnerable spot. You could see if you can see Red player. Well, he actually can't, but. Well, maybe. I don't know. I just feel like he's going to get sniped. And if that position is called out, the Wetterhound, there's no the, could come in here and do something with that. So we'll get back on her cam in just a sec, see if she is going to. Major Tiered getting a force right there. And Blue Uber is popped, so no headshots for Wetterhound right now. Some okay defense going on right there. Looks like Dreams wasn't able to get in on her sentry gun. We have Dreams and Dreamer. Okay, Dreamer is the lady gamer. Sorry about that. So Dreams not able to get in on his sentry gun. Will be able to fall back. We'll be able to get something going at seconds though. We'll see if Wetterhound, a nice shot right there on Goofy, and continuing and taking out Nubinator right there. She's now got eyes for this Heavy, who's going to be a little easy because he's such a big target, but not if he hides behind beams of wood. Oh, and this Med is so vulnerable right now. Meanwhile, on the kill feed, you see that Coolest took down Junebug with a backstab, so Coolest having a lot of fun with Junebug, who unfortunately cannot stay alive. And I don't think Red has popped an Uber yet in this round, so that is not good news. But good news is you can always change that. I want to get back on the Waterhound cam, but she has gone down. This level 2 sentry gun is going, and Dreams will probably be able to get that up. We do see some hold here in the tunnel, which is not typical. Usually it'll be holding more on the top, but TTK does have Strange Festive Guy, their scout, kind of roaming right there, and patrolling that under area. Meanwhile, being very aggressive, taking out the soldier. We'll see if he can finish off Engineer, which he's not able to do so. Blue Uber popped as a sentry gun and everything is pretty much demolished here, but they don't get a lot of frags. Waterhound trying to come in there and finish something off, but she's not able to do so. Soldier is back here. Well, I don't know where Quack. No, I just like saying Quack. But no, he's definitely playing those flanks, but he seemed to be playing a little bit too far back, especially when they should have known that Uber was coming in. Captain Caps and his med now just gonna spawn camp a little bit, whereas Red is deciding what to do. Junebug does have this 100% Uber. Okay, it's just a sniper in there. I think, yeah, it is Wetterhand. We'll see how she decides to do this. Probably should just kill herself at this point, or just suicide into them. Is she still alive? She's still in there, I think. She could just be waiting from the frigate. Throws out the Girardi, which does hit 2 people. Meanwhile, we do have this 100% Uber that has been waiting for Red right here, so you can definitely see the difference between TTK and Shift. Whereas Shift definitely would have popped their Uber, and in fact they did the first round in a very similar situation. We do have the Uber popped last for Blue. Nubinator having trouble getting these stickies to stay because that air blasting work. Finally is going to go for the pills, still can't take it down. My goodness, Wrangler OP, I have no problem in admitting that because that was ridiculous. Nubinator does go down, and that will hold for a little bit. It's a pretty forward sentry gun position right there, which I like. And especially considering Dreams is running that Rescue Ranger, I would be defending as NG, I would be roaming back here with my Rescue Ranger out, and then as soon as any trouble came, I would teleport it out of there and bring it back to a further back position. But we'll see. He was able to keep it up in the face of a demo man, so obviously is the presence of his Pyro doing major amounts of work right there. We've seen both Pyros just be so Py-bro. That is very, very helpful to their engineer, their teammate in orange hard hat, sometimes at least. Strange Festive Guy trying to finish off the scout, not able to do so. In fact, Foreign takes him out instead. Waterhound taking down Captain Cups right there. I was just comparing scores. It looked like Goofy is doing major amounts of work. We need to get on his cam in a second. Major Tiered, though, has spotted him out. Waterhound taking down Goofy right there, so no more his cam. But we do have 100% Uber ready and waiting for TTK. I'm thinking they're just going to sit on this and wait for Blue to push in because Blue is almost about 85 right there, and there's really no reason to. They have 5 minutes and 20 seconds left to hold, and you can do that. Not easily, but it can be done fairly easily. I don't know if that's relatively easily. But this is a nice hold they're going on, so there's really no point in risking something. If they had another 10 minutes or something to hold, I could see them pushing in here and just trying to devastate the ranks, maybe force a drop, something. But as it is, oh, nice coordinated sap right there, and that's what they needed to get that sentry gun down. A little Spy Uber going on as well, and just utter chaos right here. Spy trying to... You can't backstab that heavy when he's shiny and glowy. Down goes the coolest. Oh, Mr. U got Girardi'd and then got taken out by a stray rocket. Liquid taking him out, getting 2k rocket. One rocket got 2 kills there. That's what I'm trying to say. And the cart is capped. Only 3 up right now for Red, and Blue knows that. So time to kill. Scattering to get something up. There is a level 1 sentry gun, and Captain Caps trying to take it out, but that long-range minigun just not as effective as he would like, and is already back up to level 2. So a little misstep out of the Shift team, not really pushing forward and taking huge advantage of the fact that there were only 3 people up on defense. They instead went upstairs instead of pushing forward to spawn and trying to stop them there. I mean, it was risky as well because they were kind of slow in getting there anyway, but we do have, looks like Uber popped, forced by Quack, so the Uber is popped, and again, Captain is not the best person to take down that sentry gun, and he does run out of ammo right there. We'll see if Blue can recover from this Miss Uber pop. This missed Uber. That is just, come on, Voodoo, you almost got it. Oh no, and now Junebug goes down to a backstep, and Aerie goes down to the Dreamer, who caught him out right there, and who's now caught out herself with only 45 health left. But the cart is so very close. Has 3 minutes and 14 seconds left to go. Pie time left to go. As I cast this, it is actually Pi Day. Happy Pi Day, everyone. March 14th. Anyway, yeah, we're just gonna hold on here. About 3 minutes left. Sentry Gun is easily being rebuilt because Dreams is so close to spawn. Can easily run back there, and as long as he's got somebody guarding his Sentry Gun, it actually doesn't look like he has anybody. So he's just kind of getting lucky right now that nobody's spamming it down. And easily Directed Soldier could do so. I mean, as you can see, Liquid right now is getting several rockets towards the spawn, just kind of spamming it right now, but if he had been running direct hit and been focusing that Sentry Gun, it would be down by now. Ultra Summons did go down to a headshot, so no heavy for this defensive team, and these respawn times can be so long. You saw Wetterhound went down just a few seconds after Ultra Simmons, and she got a 20-second respawn time, whereas Ultra Simmons got 11-second respawn time. So it all depends on the wave you catch. Just like surfers. We need the super prop now, and we do have it from the Shift team. It's a good angle coming up here. Can Indio Sticky's reach? And yes, Nubidator does take out that Sentry Gun. Needs time on the point though, and it doesn't look like anybody from Blue is ready to get there, is in position to get there. Goofy does try to get on there, but gets taken out by Ultra Simmons, who did catch that respawn finally, and he's doing a good job patrolling that cart, keeping everyone off. Only a minute 40 left. Dreamer is easily going to take, well, I would say easily, but does take down Captain Caps right there, as he was trying to just Rambo it, do it himself, and that looks like what everybody is trying to do right here on Blue. Here's a huge rush, but they're all going to run into stickies from Mr. U. Maybe he can't get that last one off, and just sending some cannonballs its way, but right now he's the only defense. It appears on red. Finally, Soldier coming in there, running the direct hit. That's interesting. And man, these Blue players will just not stop. Mr. U is going to have to fall back and reload. Get some ammo too, because he just put everything he had onto that cart to stop it. And with only a minute left, you have to do that. Ultra Simmons, will he get the health pack? He does, but not going to be able to survive Voodoo's mini sentry, so that's annoying. We also have a mini sentry going out for red, so that means it's going to be a little bit easier and for Blue to take it, and they do indeed take it in less than a minute. So that is the first round. Going to Shift. Super happy fun times. And we'll be back with the second. And we're back with the second half. This time, Shift Super Happy Fun Times has the chance to set the time, and Time to Kill is going to try to defend as long as possible. I just want to give a quick shout out to the person who sent this in. I won't tell you who sent it in at this moment, because usually the person who sent it in is the team that won. But regardless, they said, she said that one of her teammates said that pronouns are getting mixed up. Anyway, the person who said this in said that one of his teammates bet him that I would never cast this, and if I did, he would film himself slapping himself 3 times. So what his teammate didn't know is I usually cast everything again unless it's something really, really long, or unless there's bad words, profanity, offensive words that I don't agree with on the team names, or if it's a role. So I am casting this, so I am calling out that teammate, and I want a video of him being slapped 3 times. That's all I gotta say. I get so many requests, but that one really stood out, so I'm like, yeah, this one is definitely happening. I don't know when, but I'll do this. So shout out to that team leader or the person who sent this in to make sure that happens. And when it does happen, I will definitely link that video in chat. Oh, Blue Med is out. An interesting position. Again, Shift is pushing from this right side, and horrible camera work, but they did pop right there. Invisible Med also is, cool. And just having to use that Uber just to stay alive, and now Blue Med is kind of caught out of position. Airy, I'm sorry. Airy's gonna have to fall back, and that Uber is just wasted. Really nothing happening right there, and I don't agree with that. Most teams push out left because that's a position where you can get most done with an Uber. And we'll see though. Airy is still in it, working up that Uber 50% right now, and a lot of spam going down to the sentry gun. Cyper does go down, and wow, Dreams just not able to get enough support right there, so he does lose his sentry gun. Dreams is gone, or he went down as well. Here comes the red Uber pop, which maybe should have been a little sooner to save that sentry gun, but I don't know. Just this NG on the card, nobody noticed him. Finally, Voodoo does go down, but does a good job, just kind of distracting forever. And that red Uber probably should have been popped because now Blue has 100% Uber. And, well, Red is working their Ubers up. I feel like these Ubers are getting charged extremely fast, but they're just the regular Ubers. Anyway, Noobinator trying to get that med with this Uber. Sentry gun's already down, so there's really no, like, primary target except that medic. And does a bit of damage right there to the Dreamer, but he gets back. She gets back and will survive. Blue just trying to take hold of Cliff, but finding that Red has actually put up a mini sentry and maybe defending. This is the Valen spot, ladies and gentlemen, made famous by Valen of Gentleman's Club, who tried to hold this position with a level 3 sentry gun during the TFTV Highlander Invitational Cup that I casted a few months ago. And it can work, you just need a lot of help, and we actually are seeing quite a bit of help. His team is patrolling underneath as well as the top. Sentry gun did go down, so they won't be able to hold it, but I do like that idea. We did see, I think it was Dreams who tried to hold that before in the first round, just wasn't able to get it up. So I like the idea. I think it still needs some fine-tuning and refinement. Oh, Noobinator to skin those stickies and just being relentless. Dreams is gonna go on a rampage. Revenge, not gonna happen. That's Rescue Ranger. Very hard to aim sometimes, especially when you're so angry at the Dumbo Man who just took all your stuff. Down. Oh, I don't know if this Heavy's gonna make it. No, Ultra Simmons does go down, and Blue just being very, very aggressive, which is great, because that 12-minute time earlier, they barely beat it, so they need to put up a really nice time right here if they want to give themselves a good chance to take this round and this match. Of course, Time to Kill going to do everything in their possibility to stop that, and we are seeing them try to do stuff. They're going to try to build here, but Noobinator is just been kind of on a roll, and he's still alive, so we're just going to stick on his cam because he seems to be the major aggressor here. Though he's taking a bit of damage, he needs to get over heals, and he didn't. Ooh, so maybe a little bit of misstep right there. Ultra Simmons does take him down. Ultra Simmons, though, then sniped by Goofy, who is on a tasting the engineer blood, but can't quite get that shot off. And as engineer, it's so easy to be headshot, and Goofy does take down his sentry gun. As engineer, I was going to finish that thought. It's so easy to be headshot when you're wrangling because you try to dance around and stuff, but you also have to keep your aim steady. It's very unnatural, and so it takes a lot of practice. We do 100% Ubers ready to go. Blue is going to need this to pop around the corner, and we do have that Uber pop. Red popped in retaliation onto the Pyro, who's just doing some air blasting. Did let the demo get by, but Noobinator goes down because he didn't have those that Uber anymore. Red Heavy is on fire and clearing off the car. Nice job right there, and Mr. U also helping out. Ultra Simmons, though, Ultra Simmons staying alive, though, so that was a nice little defense and push out of the TTK team. Unfortunately, the dispenser and the dispenser and sentry gun went down, so Dream's not able to get a level 3 up as he went down as well. So a nice defense for the time being, but they need to get NG stuff up, level 3 up, because this time is very, very fast. But as we've seen, these teams have had a bit of difficulty with this last point, which is not atypical. But at the same time, you can't just say like, well, it's upward last, we'll have a bad time, because there's many accounts of teams having very fast times on this. So we'll see as Uber's almost even here at 100%. Captain Cups Caps. Wow, how many times can I say that wrong? Captain Caps getting some of this heals. Will he get this Uber? Needs that red Uber is actually already popped, and so they need to pop it and get on the cart, get these frags. Most importantly, sentry gun is up. And what level is it? It is a level 3, but some nice targeting takes it down. Dreams is still alive, but he's not going to be able to get anything else up as he just has to get to the cart. Oh my goodness, so freaking close right there. It's going to be the Pyro who gets in there. Fault, can he do it? Just air blasting everything. Watch out for this soldier. Oh, and actually takes a sticky that'll take him down. In comes Nubinator. He wants to do this, but oh my goodness, where did Nubinator go? He went downstairs. He's gonna come back up, but run into the spun up the minigun of Ultra Simmons. Oh god, Blue is just throwing everybody onto the cart right now. Maybe take a break, take a breath, and figure out what needs to be done, or just Red is regrouping. So that's scary right there for this offensive team, especially if Dreams is on a regular sentry gun. If he gets a level 3 up again, which he can because he did have a dispenser up. I don't see he does have a level 1 up, so he is going for another level 3. Taking a lot of spam, but gets it to a level 2. We'll be able to wrangle it through that spam. So this is a little difficult right now for Blue because they've let that sentry gun get up. But they easily took it down last time, so we'll see. We will see as, oh no, Airy goes down to a headshot. No, worst case scenario out there for this Blue team. So, Super Happy Fun Times need to just, I don't know, get on the cart. The sentry gun did go down right there for Red, so this is a good opportunity. 3 down as well. One of them is Ultra Simmons, who's been a huge powerhouse in this defense, and it looks like that is the plan for the scout to just get on the cart, but it wasn't at the right angle and was shut down by that sentry gun. Now Ultra Simmons is back up. Junebug has this 100% Uber, and there's a spy creeping around, so potentially something big could happen right there. But this Red team looking pretty good in their defensive hold. A little far back, so that is worrisome. And if you can get a spy scout in there to just creep up on the platform and right behind the payload, there could be a sneaky cap right here where they don't need to wipe the entire team. And there goes that attempt. Forward doing a good job, a good attempt, just not able to get it done right there. Heavy's behind you, gotta flash the Heavy, he's gonna go down right there, but Ultra Simmons goes down to a headshot. Goofy going huge right there, some nice reflex, and oh, but the backstab goes down. Coolest taking down Junebug. No med right now for the Red team. Barely anybody alive on both sides. Blue med and Demo were somehow right near spawn. Really interesting positioning. Heavy, or the medic, will not stand a chance against this quack guy, who appears to be nothing more than just he appears to be more than a quack, if you will. Oh my goodness, this is insane. Captain Caps was in there, and I thought he'd be able to do it because he had his Pyro with him, but Pyro went down to that Mini Sentry, which is up and doing too much damage for Mini Sentries. Mini Sentry also OP, but what you're gonna do? Of course I'm joking. Everything the Engineer has is perfectly balanced. Perfectly balanced. And we have another one of these crazy holds right here. This is almost an exact replay of what we saw from the first round. That fast time on the 3rd point, and then just not able to keep up that momentum. Wetterhound taken out to the soldier, needs to get this scout on the cart, and Foreign is just trying to do the same thing over and over again. It's not been working, and I'm wondering if we're going to see anything different out of this Blue team in terms of maybe Medigun. Dreams is carrying the Widowmaker. Is the Widowmaker allowed? I don't know. Thompson is definitely not allowed, and sometimes I get those mixed up because they're both guns that I never use. So we'll see if that helps his team out in this defense. Quack getting strangely aggressive right there, and when he goes down, that's a huge jumping class that's down that could help protect the point, or the cart right there. We'll see. Nubinator gets this Uber and trying to get some kills, but so far nothing. Does take down the sentry gun, but it was a good distraction enough that the cart does get pushed, a time of 10 minutes and 2 seconds. Let's check out the voodoo cam. And he actually is wearing that, what's it called? It's my first Engineer hat that I promptly traded or sold because It's very plain, but it goes well with his beard. The Viking beard, if you will. So again, he's building at spawn, which I don't know, we'll see. But he did get a couple suicides here, and hopefully he's going to build over here, which I think is a better position than Cliff, which was taken down by the direct hit soldier earlier. And I mean, if you get 5 or 6 suicides, which isn't too much to ask, you could easily build everything and don't need to build at spawn. Voodoo just now getting there. And will he get it? And he's not even using the drop medal. Your teammates died for your. Maybe he did get that. I'm confused. Anyway, if your teammates die for you, you definitely want to use their medal. That's moral of the story. I think he did though, so I'll be quiet. Watch the Goofy cam, as he does see a meta beam. Or no, that's the beam coming from the cart, and does get a shot there on Wetterhound. But she stays alive. Cart getting pushed a little bit. Dreams going down there. Oh, and that sniper battle will continue. Goofy gets another pick, though, on the scout on the cart. And Goofy on 3K headshot streak right now. We'll see if he can continue. They have finally spotted him out, though, it appears. And targeting him down is going to be a huge issue for this TTK team if they want to push out here soon. We do have the red Uber popped. So interesting. Nubinator getting some kills right there, but Junebug was away and spawned. Junebug actually now going to just come out, and they popped their Uber and wasted most of it targeting a spy. Oh, that's no good. No good at all. They're not making really any progress. The cart isn't even being pushed while they had that Uber out. Now finally they will. Mr. U is getting some damage on the sentry gun right there, but this is where you need that Uber to get the sentry gun, and they don't have it. We'll see. Okay, Sentry Gun did go down. The direct hit soldier, that's Quack. Again, he just really knows how to use his unlocks and those weapons to his advantage. The soldier weapons to his advantage. You'll have to excuse me if I seem a little out of it. I've casted, I think, literally 10 matches in the past 4 days. So, try my best to get everything done in my inbox to get ahead of all the promises of match. Anyway, here comes the red Uber. As Quack trying to get out of here, but gets caught in the spam from Captain Caps. And blue Uber is popped in retaliation, and they really should not be using this Uber just to get rid of Captain Caps. They needed to hold on to this Uber and use it to push on to second. So as it stands right now, they're not going to have this Uber. Although there isn't too much up here at second, so potentially could be a good idea to just continue pushing with the powerhouse class of heavy. But I mean, Voodoo knows his stuff as engineer, and that's going to be a level 3 sentry gun in half a second. Yeah. And level 3, a little bit harder than a level 2 to take down. We do have direct hit soldier Quack, wherever he may be. And Voodoo having trouble keeping it up against that direct hit soldier, and sees his med die in front of him, then goes down as well, trying to carry his dispenser, and probably not the best idea. But TTK doing a good job. They need to continue up this momentum and go beyond the 3rd point to spawn camp, or at least get presence here at last, which is not what we saw from the Shift team earlier. They were not able to do that, and TTK wasn't able to do it in the first round, and that's why this last round has been so hard for these teams to take, because they haven't been taking really aggressive positionings at last. And okay, so we are seeing that right here from Ultra Simmons and his med. They actually have Uber, and they're just sitting outside of spawn. Going to be so hard for Red to get out of here. Goofy going down. Dummy Man going to try to take a different role. Oh, guess what? They have Uber. Yeah. Nubinator knocking it out of that alive. And poor Red right now, just not able to get out of spawn safely. Oh! Fault somehow did and was able to take down Junebug. But Ultra Simmons still alive. What? Oh my goodness. That was silly, but Sentry Gun redirected right behind Voodoo to Ultra Simmons, so it had to shoot out Voodoo and takes down this engineer. The Sentry Gun easily falls after that. Is there somebody from Red behind? There appears there might be. That is, yes, coolest. Okay, so spy behind. That makes sense. We'll see. There's a lot of spy checking going on there, so a nice job to catch out the spy, and yeah, coolest will go down. Meanwhile, the cart is still being touched and pushed a little bit. We have crits. Interesting. So Red, sensing that their spawn campingness would not behoove a good time, right? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so they decided to go crits, which is not a bad idea, but they did lose their med, and so that is a bad idea, obviously, as Junebug has 90% ready to go, and over you see Sticky's coming in here, Spy Sap going on, and Uber is popped. Oh, this is not going to last well or end well right there. Voodoo does go down, a little bit more spawn camping going on. Oh, the loose cannon is out. Mr. U not able to kind of situate. Finally, he discovers the heavy is there, but Blue needs to get on this cart right here. What's going on? Ultra Simmons finally he does respawn, runs to the front as fast as he can, but goes down to a headshot. So Goofy is going to be a huge part of this defense. So Waterhound actually trying to figure out where he is, and finally spotted him. Needs to get down that opposing sniper. Instead, just gonna quick scope this foreign scout, if you will, and maybe get the med right there. Airy is out and vulnerable right now, as he just wants to get those overheals on his heavy so they can easily defend this cart. But Airy is gonna go down. The Dreamer getting some good presence in there. Somehow Junebug stayed alive and actually still has 150 health. I don't know how that happened, but a good hold at least right now for Blue. There's a level 3 sentry gun up again, so Voodoo is just like magic with his sentry guns. He did go, no, he's still alive, sorry about that, but his sentry gun is down. That direct hit again, oh, so annoying, but TK able to push the cart to the end. We'll take this round, and that means we're tied up 1-1, so we're gonna go to a third round. Don't go anywhere. We're back with the third and final round. I feel like I say that a lot here on Kip TV, but that usually means that these matches go to a third round, which is good because that means it's close. So we do have a tie 1-1. Is TK able to come back and put together a nifty little time right there? And now they have the opportunity to set the time again, and definitely looking to continue what they did the first round with their fast cap of the first 3 points, and then hopefully get their stuff together and put together a fast cap on last, which last round we saw was the fastest so far, but it still lacked a little bit of coordination. The spawn camping was nice, but they lost their medic and heavy in the process. Definitely want to keep that med alive for those overheals and pushing that cart. So we'll see if they decide to do anything differently this time, or if they liked the push they put together last time. We'll watch the Goofy cam, because why not? Of course, scores reset. I forgot to look at the scores earlier, but he's been doing some nice work. What? Okay, what? I didn't even see that and getting that headshot. What? Taking down straight and festive guy as well. We'll just stick on his cam until he dies. 2K streak going on. That doesn't count because sentry guns don't move. Having to fall back because Blue, again, being very aggressive right here. So TTK. I think I said TK a couple of times. If he can get a headshot between these beams, I'm going to be so impressed. Does take down Strange Festive Guy, but he was jumping in midair, so it doesn't count, so I'm not impressed. Goofy, come on. What do you got for us here? He's taking a lot of damage as well, so this means Blue Team obviously figuring out that he's this a huge force in this defense. Does get backstabbed, so that's nice. Red Uber, meanwhile, was popped, and we're going to see Blue pop their Uber as well. We'll see. It's kind of similar to last time, whereas they're out of position, and they don't know where the sentry gun is, but see, with the cliff, you can easily get under the cliff and send spam its way without taking damage, which is exactly what Nubinator or Mr. U did right there. He did go down to a backstab, so that was nice work from the Spy to take out that threat. Dreams wrangling and doing a good job putting damage down on Captain Caps, but he was being overhealed, and that heavy was not gonna die. Much to Dreams' chagrin, or disappointment. Are we gonna have a setup here on the hill? Probably not, as wouldn't be so wise. Yeah, in fact, Red is going to fall back here. Let's get back on the Goofy cam because he just got a nice headshot on a couple of people. Goofy, what do you got for us? He's holding pretty far forward. He wants this med pick and finally does get Junebug. Oh man. So big picks out of Goofy right there. again, a huge part of this team on their defense and obviously offense as well, but right now leading the server with 11 points. And that's a sniper that's been doing work. Server's 100% Uber ready for red. They should not pop this? I don't know. I don't even know anymore. Red Med is very far up, and Airy is going to drop. I was about to say he's way too far for my comfort, and instead of popping when he started to take damage, he dropped. There's so much spam coming out to one of those cannons, just cannonballs connected, and a nice move right there out of this blue team. So TTK need to take advantage of this. Potentially a soft push, I would say. Well, Sentry Gun is down. Yep. I wouldn't even say potentially anymore. Just get in there. Complete wipe right now for red team. Coolest is gonna be the first to respawn. Everyone else is in 10 seconds. Wow. That is huge right here for TTK. They need to push up at exactly what they're doing, but they have to be careful about keeping their med alive and not repeating the same mistakes they did last time. Ultra Simmons does take down Goofy, so that's one nice pick out of the way. They're getting a little surrounded right here, so this is messy, and they did have to pop their Uber. They just need to get back and out with this. Looks like a June Bug is going to get out. Meanwhile, Ultra Simmons is just gonna go huge on top by himself. He had those overheals, so he's not taking too much damage right now. Gets the NG, which is such a big pick. Oh, I was so excited. I twitched my mouse right there, but Ultra Simmons is just still alive, and he has okay health. Oh, in comes forward and ruins his little escapade, I guess. Frolic. I don't know what to call it, but that cart needs to get capped because red is actually respawning and now being super aggressive, trying to take back any amount of space they can, which is a good idea. But at the same time, I really hope their NG is on level or is on minis and just gonna try to wrangle this. I think he should probably have gone level 3s. I mean, that's voodoo. We've seen him do some crazy magic. So I think he could have done it. Oh my goodness, a nice backstab by Major Tiered right there. As I think that was the crits popped. Meta goes down, not able to do any damage, and the cart just continuing to be pushed. These heavier classes for blue, not quite in position, but it's the light ones doing all the work right now. Where are the heavier classes for blue? Doesn't matter. Dreams is just going to do this all by himself. Here comes the heavier classes, the cavalry, with all that firepower. But really, the engineer could potentially do this himself. Dreams is just playing it very smart and just continuing to stay alive, which is important, obviously, for all classes. Blue getting in on top, taking down the threat of the soldier. Scout is doing some nice work, and Strange Festive Guy will be able to push this in. Yes, with a time of 4 minutes and 49 seconds. Wow. So that effectively cuts the previous times we've had in half. So TTK finally got their stuff together and figured out how to push last in the most effective manner, which is to get very, very aggressive. And even if the opposing team gets aggressive and back in your face, you just continue pushing back. It's definitely one way you can do it, and that it worked for them this time. So looking at not easy, but significantly easier than what they've had before in terms of defense. They don't have to hold for 12 minutes. They get to hold for 4:49, which is such a relief to the engineer. Dreams knows if he does have a sentry gun go down here at first, instead of trying to build something, trying to get creative, trying to go do a front hold here or even a forward hold, back here. He could just fall back and play it safe on second, because even because 4:49 is better than your average time. You're an upward, so even if he just does an average hold, they're going to be fine. So we'll see. Having said all that, blue could easily come out here with some craziness, and I want to get in on the Goofy cam because he could potentially be part of that craziness. A medic drop would be huge here. Waterhound going down immediately, and in fact, blue is already going to pop their Uber. They know they have to be aggressive right here, and they're going to be that. Dreamer got most of this Uber, and she is just doing a good job denying that combo completely. Can she finish off the med? No. It looks like Airy will get away alive with 60%, but meanwhile, almost all of red died. What? I'm guessing they saw that Uber and decided, and once it faded, decided to be super aggressive. So we are seeing that Dreams is going to try to do something, try to have this Valen hold is what I'm going to call it. which is interesting. I would fall back to second right here, and it looks like he's playing kind of passively. It's gonna get sapped. He's gonna get backstabbed, and now they're not gonna have anything at second. Oh my goodness. This could be closer than I anticipated. TTK just not playing it smart or wisely right here. They need to fall back and put up this traditional hold here at second in order to buy themselves the best opportunity. But they really haven't, and Blue is taking so well advantage of that. They're pushing forward and popping that Uber. Gonna go up to spawn to do a little bit of camp in there as well. We'll see if it works. Red taking so many casualties. Liquid does go down. Airy losing everyone to heal. But they will be up faster because, of course, those red respawns can be incredibly long if you get that wrong wave. Mr. U still up here, but he's going to run into that midi center, and with only 12 health left, I don't know if he's going to be able to defend it, because really he's the only one, well, he's the only one on the left right here. Oh man, a nice pick by Scout. The Strands Festive guy takes down Airy, Blue Medic. And here, it looks like Red is starting to regroup. So, okay, this may work. This may work for TTK. I was very nervous for them. And I think, it's not out of the realm of possibility for Super Happy Fun Times 2.0. It's not out of the realm of possibility for them to come back here and put together a really nice push and just the cart not stop going. But the fact that they lost Airy right there, and the fact that Ultra Simmons so far up and just doing a lot of damage and he stayed alive is a huge part right there. That is going to make it very difficult for them to put together a rolling push that just doesn't stop. Stick on the Quack cam. Oh, I thought for sure he was going to try to jump in the medic, but he took a bunch of damage as the Spun Up Heavy is just going spun up, really. Blue coming out of the tunnel barely, but Airy really cannot afford to go too much further. He does pop this Uber, has to save his Heavy right there. Red Uber popped as well. Centrican does go down. This is going to be a nice little Uber exchange, and, well, actually, I thought it would be even, but looks like Ultra Simmons going down right there. Well, it is about even, actually. Until maybe this... I think that Quack may have had a Market Gardener out. It's not over yet, Quack. You can't take it jokingly yet. There's still a minute 30, and I think maybe feasibly possible to get it to the end. But also, you don't want to insult the other team, because they played very, very well. Just because the time that you put up was outstanding doesn't mean you get to Market Gardener them. And we do have, Blue Team got handed to them, sticking in there, trying to recreate some Super Happy Fun Times. They do get quite a few kills right here. But 60 seconds left. There's a ×2. There needs to be ×3 on the cart. Noobinator pushing up. Oh, he's actually going to take... Oh, he took a Rescue Ranger to the abdomen, which has got to hurt. But that cart can only move so fast. And Red looks like they're getting set up here. Do have 100% Uber waiting. I need to pop it right there. They do pop it. Blue has one as well. They're holding off on popping it. There we go. Pyro just really isn't doing too much. Needs at least to take down the Sentry Gun, and the Sentry Gun actually gets sniped down. Red Pyro now is just going to get in the action, and Dreamer's going to go down, but did a good job pushing back the entire team. There is a ×3 on the cart still. Blue getting some positioning right here, but Spun Up Heavy again. That is Ultra Simmons, who's just going to do too much work. 3 up though. 10 seconds. I don't think it's possible, but a nice attempt here from the Super Fun Happy Times or whatever to try to get these last few seconds to count. But TTK will hold on, and Time to Kill will be the winners of this upward match. All right, so thank you to... Oh, who sent this in? Hold on while I look. Oh, it's just from Clan email, from the TTK email. So I don't know the individual person who sent this in, and I don't know the individual person who promised to slap himself 3 times on video, which I want to see. So anyway, there are your final scores. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.